Welcome to Axle Nation, powered by United Axle. I'm Kara.
I'm Todd.
And we are your hosts today. Our special guest is Stephen Murphy from Charleston, South Carolina. And Stephen is here at our training facility this week for his master certification in spindle repair and AWS certification. And we just wanted to take a few minutes to talk with him today. What made you want to get started in axle repair?
So I've pretty well been in the industry since about 2010. I feel like for most of us, we see trucks rolling up and down the highway all the time, service trucks, working on 18-wheelers, working on heavy equipment, whatever it may be. But you don't really see the companies out there. They're in their own niche. And I kind of feel like nowadays you have to have that one up on your competition. And this is something that it really does that.
Very good. Yeah. We like to set ourselves apart definitely from the competition and set the standard high.
Oh, absolutely.
So that is something that we do different. We do AWS certified. Like I mentioned that you're here getting that this week, and you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
We're very impressed with your skills that you bring to class. And Stephen, I know that you have a lot of background in not just wheel ends and mechanical, but
yes,
also machining and welding.
Oh yeah.
Like you're just like well-rounded in all these areas. So what's a little bit about your welding background?
So I probably learned to weld when start understanding the process of welding when I was about 13 years old, working in a golf cart shop. And the only welding machine we had there was a little AC Lincoln Tombstone. And I mean, if you could learn to weld on that, I'm pretty certain you can grasp anything. I took welding all through high school, welding little projects and stuff with my buddy Dave. We always welded stuff together. When I worked in the truck shop, it was very minimal welding. And then when I left there and became a millwright for Capstone, you welded every single day. And if it didn't hold, you were cutting it back out the next day and welding it again, and then same on and same on and same on. And then left Capstone, went to the port, and one of the few welders they have there, multiple certifications, all the time welding.
Well, one of the neat things about this industry is, you know, we see people obviously in the trucking industry, technicians come and want to be dealers and whatnot. But even if you're not in the trucking industry, we see a lot of metal fabrication guys that either want to get out of a job shop or slow down or do something a little different.
Yes, sir.
And they can easily come in and transition into what we're doing and kind of change their occupation, kind of tweak it, if you will, because they're still doing what they used to be doing, but they're in a whole different market.
Yeah.
And the revenue side of it is very beneficial for a guy who may want to slow down on the 40-hour, 60-hour weeks that they're putting in shops to where they can go run a service truck and, you know, they set up their own time scheduling and spindles. So, I mean, the market out there it's massive.
Oh yeah.
Once again, just in class 7 and 8, there's well over $1 trillion just here in the U.S. And that's once again the 7 and 8. We're not talking about 3,500s and up or some of the other stuff in the market. So there is a tremendous amount of work out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little interesting. I was visiting with you earlier about your past, how you got started in truck repair and in the industry. So you started at a very young age.
Oh yeah, very young. So I kind of had my first job when I was 11 years old, working in a trailer manufacturing facility in Ridgeville, South Carolina, and kind of moved on from there. Worked on golf carts, worked at a Chevy dealership through high school, went to diesel school. It was actually never my intention to even work on 18-wheelers. Went to diesel school, planned on going back to a car dealership, being, Duramax, Power Stroke, Cummins mechanic, and Then I got a job offer 2 days after getting home from diesel school at a little truck shop in town called John's Truck Service, where I would say I had the absolute best mentor a kid could ever ask for in this industry, you know.
Uh-huh.
And John took me under his wing, taught me everything he possibly could, and that's kind of where I first saw the first spindle repair of my young career at the time, and kind of fascinated with it ever since.
Okay, wow. So even at the age of, what did you say, 11? Or teenagers?
I was 20 at that point, probably.
20, okay, and you saw your first spindle repair then. That's wonderful to hear that you had a great mentor. It's such important in young people's lives to have somebody to kind of take them under their wing. And
oh, yeah, absolutely.
I know, Todd, you had your mentor at a young age as well.
Oh, yes, by all means. I think so many of us would be lost without those people in our lives.
Yes, sir.
So many people see other businesses and whatnot, and they never really know where their background is or where they come from or how fortunate they were they got started. Everybody needs help.
Oh, yeah.
We learn stuff so much from other people, and I try to encourage even those that are working for us, to better themselves, even if it was to take them somewhere else other than here.
Yeah.
I'd hate to lose them. But nothing's better than to see someone grow and to do more with their lives and take care of their families. So there's a lot of, what am I trying to say? There's a lot of things to do out there to better one's education and to be better at what they are.
Absolutely.
And you're taking the initiative to start this business jumping in with 2 feet. And like I said, you bring a lot to the table, and we are very excited to see what you're going to do there in the Charleston area. So you're working on your service truck.
Yep, service truck's up. It's pretty well stocked and ready to go. Need a little bit more tooling, but other than that, it's ready. And
you have your lathe, your beveler, everything to get started with the united axle process.
Yes, ma'am.
Something a little interesting about Stephen that I also found out this week visiting with him is he was actually not born in the U.S.
I was not.
Okay.
So I was actually born in Germany and lived between England and Germany for the first 9 years of my life. And then myself and my mama moved back here, and we've been in the Charleston area ever since. But she grew up in Charleston, so.
Okay.
Right there in Monk's Corner.
So you have a lot of family there in the Charleston
Yeah.
area.
Everybody on my mom's side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. We don't see people outside of the U.S. every day, so it's always nice to get to know somebody that's traveled. And you have another story. I guess you just got back from Argentina.
Yep, a few years ago we went to Argentina on a dove hunting trip, and we had a great time with that. Spent a little over a week down there. Had a great time.
I bet that was very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It doesn't take long to wear out your shoulder in Argentina.
So anyway, back to training week. What are some takeaways that kind of stick out to you this week?
Definitely the amount of precision that goes into it. A lot of measuring, a lot of making sure everything you're doing is right. It's definitely easy to make a mistake, but it's catching it before you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So measure and measure and measure again.
Measure. Yep.
Right. Yeah. Because the last thing we want is to put a spindle on incorrectly or have a wheel come off on the road or something like that. So we do try to really
very high standards.
Yeah, keep our standards very high. Before you chose United Axle, did you look into other options? Like, what really drew you to United Axle?
So probably like I said before, the first time I saw it, it was a competitor that was doing it. And I was incredibly impressed by, the process of being able to replace something so damaged. And at the time, 20-year-old kid, probably at that time, my biggest obsession was having a service truck to roll around in, which was pretty cool. And, just as you grow, you learn more things, and definitely wanting to have that niche of your own that nobody else does in the area. And I mean, Charleston's home for me. I know a lot of the drivers and, you know, a lot of the companies out there, and being able to provide a service to my area that I've grown up in, kind of giving back to helping other people out, you know?
Well, what we see in the classroom this week, there's no doubt about it. You're going to do wonderful out there.
I certainly hope so.
I think you're going to have a lot of customers, a lot of happy customers. And so whenever you first reach out to United Axle, I think that was about...
I think it was November, maybe.
Was it November?
November of 25.
And so it took a little bit for you to decide to actually jump in.
Oh, yeah.
Was there any holdbacks? Like, what were you thinking? Like,
I wouldn't really say I had too many holdbacks on it. I just wanted to be fully prepared. And, like, I didn't want there to be any roadblocks before diving headfirst into it. You know?
Right. But once you made that decision, so you initially reached out in November, but then when you actually made that decision, yes, this is what I want to do. I would say that was about, 30 days ago, 45 days ago?
Yeah.
And so once we heard that yes from you, yes, this is what we want, what I want to do. How was the startup to get you prepared for being a United Axle dealer? Like that onboarding, did you find that an easy process?
I feel like it was fairly cut and dry. Like I didn't struggle through it. It was pretty easy, I suppose.
So one of the things that, for anyone out there listening, whenever you sign up as a dealer with United Axle, there's an onboarding process that happens, and we have a pre-training before you actually get here.
Correct.
We have videos that you have to watch.
Yep.
And so I looked at your pre-test, and you breezed right through that, it appears. Like I said, your skill set is amazing.
Thank you.
We're very excited to have you as a dealer in that Charleston, South Carolina area.
I'm very excited.
Well, you ought to do well. It's a very busy area. There's a lot going on down there. I'm sure you know more than I do, but it's from what we see on the map and what's going on around the country, we get a fair amount of calls.
Yeah.
So we're excited for you as well. I mean, you've already did your weld test. You've already passed your your weld certs and all that. So you're all doing pretty good on that.
Thank you.
And we're going to be finishing up today. So we're definitely excited to have you.
Right on.
And quite honestly, we're looking for that type of ambition and that type of person to get out there and to put more areas around the country.
Yes, you are the ideal candidate for a dealer. So
I'm very excited about it.
Yes. So Stephen, for the listeners out there in South Carolina, what kind of radius are you looking at servicing?
So we're going to be based out of the Charleston area. Probably to be the most beneficial to our customer base, we'll probably run up to Columbia, maybe a little bit further than Columbia, and all the way down to Savannah, up to Wilmington, pretty much from Columbia down to the water.
Okay.
So
yeah, so
pretty big range.
That is, and it's very needed out there. I know along the coast and the ports, it's a huge demand.
Oh yeah,
for spindle repair. So I think.
And another thing, we're not just doing semi trucks. So there's a huge market. I mean, you're looking at 1 ton dualies and up. The Chevy, Ford, Dodge.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's Peterbilt, Mack, Cummins. I mean, there's just a lot of different makes and models. Also, as well as the medium duty trailers that are on the market. Some torsions. So it just depends on what it is. That really opens up a massive market for you in that area. So that ought to be really nice for you in that area.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, Stephen.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure. We look forward to seeing your business grow in the Charleston area.
Thank you.
If you're listening and have questions or comments about today's episode, go to unitedaxle.com Axle Nation and leave us some feedback. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're ready to grow your shop and be a part of a nationwide network, head to unitedaxle.com/dealer and take the next step.